Steeler Nation, we are back on the one and only, the Sick Podcast, Steeler Crazy. As always, I am Jay York Football. Alongside of me, mic'd up Sports One, decked out in his sick gear. How's everything in South Florida going?
Good. It's freezing cold down here, man. I feel like I'm in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, as they say, or I guess First Energy Stadium in Cleveland a week and a half ago with a snowstorm. It's 51 degrees in the morning, only 74 in the afternoon. I mean, how can I survive, bro? Look, I'm all bundled up over here.
Listen, man, you don't have to – it's December in Pittsburgh, and you know what that – as Mike
30
Tomlin
years in
would
Pittsburgh,
say,
bro. 30 years in Pittsburgh, and now I get cold when it's freaking 60 degrees.
Well, hey, these are when the game counts. We have a players-only special tonight with our guy, the one and only Mr. Christian Kuntz. Before we get to him, why don't you tell our viewers how they can make themselves some money with DraftKings and the Sick Podcast, Steeler Crazy?
Yeah, I tell you what, you said it, man. The NFL season is just rolling along, and the contenders are starting to separate themselves from the pack and the pretenders. And I'll tell you one thing, though, that has not changed this entire season. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. They're always going to be here for you. Listen, it's very easy right now. You download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. You use our code 6SPORTS. New customers are going to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. It's an incredible deal, an impossible deal. 6 Sports, 200 bonus bets. You bet just $5. Hey, who knows? The Steelers this weekend against the Browns. It looks like they're about a 6.5, 7-point favorite. But every game in the NFL is obviously a difficult game, is challenging games. So we'll see what happens. I think the Steelers are going to come to play after what happened 2 weeks ago. But that's it's a better question for our guest. That's for sure, right, JY?
Yeah, so let's play the intro and let's get to it. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Duquesne himself.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mike. Mike. I gotta question you, man. You're cold and it's 60 degrees. Come on, Mike.
I'm a baby, bro. I tell you what, they say that your blood adapts to new weather. So when I'm sitting in like 100 all summer and then 50 hits, I would equate it to like 70 in Pittsburgh hitting 20. But yeah, I feel like a big pussy. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's about to get real cold up here.
Yeah.
So, it's about to be like true football weather. What were you about to say, Jordan? You were about to say something.
No.
I was going to jump into it. I was just cracking up because, man, he changed fast. He's from Pittsburgh. Dude, how long have you been down there? 3 or 4 years now, and you already sound like a true
I was just with my
man.
My wife's family in Jacksonville. My wife's family it was like 60 in Jacksonville, 50s, and we're going to see this play over Thanksgiving weekend. And they're bundled up in like snowsuits, and they have like the hand warmers. And I'm like, I used to sit at Steelers games in 5-degree weather with these in my shoes and my feet. Like, how did that happen? You know, and the change in culture and lifestyle it's crazy.
It's true. It's football.
Yeah. So let's talk about, you guys beat the Bengals. Tell me how big that win was for you guys. Obviously, any AFC North win is huge, but, just coming off the loss to the Browns, just talk about, gaining that momentum back and getting into this final swing of things.
Yeah, I mean, like you just said it, every win's huge, but especially AFC North road win, like just getting on the road. I don't know, just proving that you're able to win in an environment like that, and especially a division game with, a team that knows your tendencies. We know them. So, those are always the closest games around the NFL. And, it's not a surprise because those teams see each other so often, like they know everything. So it's just big to get a win, and we just got to keep it rolling, dude. Just got to keep it going.
Love to see it. Offense was going crazy. Let's go back to Thursday night. Obviously, we haven't talked to you in a few weeks. It might have even been a month now. But what was it like, talking about December in Pittsburgh, what was it like playing in those conditions in Cleveland, like from a player's standpoint? Like, obviously, we watch on TV, but to actually be out there and have to do your job in those conditions?
Yeah. I mean, for me, the snow, obviously on the ball's wet, so you got to really make sure that you're holding on to the ball and no fingers are coming off early, whatever it may be, and you're just making sure you're putting it on the punter's body and on the holder's hands, so it could be a smooth operation because a bad snap could turn to a game changing snap, in that kind of weather. So you really just kind of get through it. But I mean, snow's better than rain, I feel like.
Yeah.
But like also the field is so hard to get footing. So like you're like gliding out there. No one can get footing, even if you have studs in your cleats. Like you can't even get footing. So as you can see it on TV when you're watching.
Yeah.
Guys are sliding out there, but both teams got to deal with it. So I can't even can't bitch about it. You can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
You just got to make it work, dude. Got to figure it out and do it. So,
you do anything differently with your hands, like grip wise? Like you just keeping them warm? I think of pitchers with rosin bags, like just doing different shit. I feel like are you using anything on them?
Yeah, more so like having a wet towel, especially like keeping your hands warm is number one. So like I'm always by the heater, dude. I'm like sitting on my hands. My hands are, would be warmer on the bench than they are right now. Like literally, like I'm like trying to sit like keeping my hands warm and then like having a wet towel on me because it does get dry. And like now we're not talking about the Cleveland game, but I'm saying like this past Cincy game, it was cold, the wind, it was dry, the ball could get kind of dry and slick. So you want to make sure you have a wet towel on you that you're always touching your hands are warm, touching a wet towel. But that's really about all, man. And then like just making sure I'm doing my job, doing my 111th, and that's all, bro. I feel like that's kind of been the mindset of the team this year anyway. So just do your 111, do your job, and play hard, which is cool. Like no one really gives a shit about.
Yeah.
That's like we just want to win a game. I just want to win a game. Just win a game.
Before I throw it over to Mike, I had like one question. I'm going to kind of switch it up because you kind of answered the other one. What was it like having Hard Knocks? Come in. I know that they just put out the trailer. I know us as fans are really liking it. I know the team, you're kind of just work. We know the kind of guy that Tomlin is, but just talk about kind of that experience a little bit.
Honestly, dude, I forgot that they, Coach had mentioned and they let us know that they were coming in and there would be cameras in certain areas and not certain areas. So
you had to make sure you had your hair, the gel and everything in there.
Yeah, I had to make sure. I forgot when I got in there, and then I didn't see him in the team meeting room until you like look up in a top corner and they got, the cameras in the corners, like as they display on TV. And then on field, like the people are just like kind of hidden. Honestly, they're just like, they just mind their own business. They stay. I don't even know who was mic'd up. I know they got a couple guys mic'd up. I bet they show in season 1 or episode 1. So, but you don't even really know because they kind of stay far away from you.
Yeah, that's good. I just had to ask because I literally just was watching. They just released the trailer today. I'm sure you've seen it. So,
yeah, I love the damn show, and it premieres tonight. For what it's worth, I'm not sure if you knew that, Christian. Okay. Here's a question: are you going to watch? Is that kind of a strange thing to do?
No, I mean I watched it. I probably am gonna watch. Yeah, I might watch. Yeah, I can see what they're putting out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not? Yeah, I mean, as long as you have HBO Max, I'm sure you got some. I'm sure you probably have it, or your password sharing with somebody at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
what should we expect from Coach? What should we expect? I mean, everybody was always want to be a fly on the wall. We finally get to be it. I feel like.
Yeah. I bet people are going to see from all four coaches, like the intensity, the detail that these head coaches have to work in, and all aspects they have to touch and go over from a team meeting, and like just how how much game planning a head coach has to do and work with both sides and special teams and incorporate it all and like manage the game. It'll be cool to see like what the head coach is doing, even from my perspective,
Sure.
because I don't get to see the receiver meetings or I'm not sitting in on their meetings or the defensive meetings, offensive. So like it will be cool for me to see it.
I have a feeling Danny Smith is going to be a star. I have that feeling that they are going to highlight a lot of what he does because he is a one of one. Who else do you think is there anybody like in that locker room, whether it's in your unit or somebody else that you'll notice that you're going to be like, that you think fans and spectators would be like, all right, this guy's funny, or this guy, he stands out. I didn't realize this was coming.
Yeah. Definitely Danny, dude. But it's funny, Danny and Coach T, but they both I feel like they both hate it in a way. They hate it in a way that they're those guys, that people want to see them. But I don't know. In a sense, they both probably love it too,
Do you know if you're going to be on it? Do you know if you got some like it? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I really have no idea. Like I said, I don't even remember them. I don't even really remember them being in there. Like I've seen them obviously around on the field and stuff, but from a meeting standpoint, like I feel like they're in the team meeting room in those cameras, and that's really it. You don't really see them throughout the building, just on the practice field. But they got people mic'd up. It'll be cool. Yeah,
for sure. So I mean, listen, obviously you guys can't stress enough that you're focused, right? I mean, there's a reason you're not paying attention to cameras at this point. And right now I know Cleveland has your attention. Obviously 2 weeks ago, I'm sure that pissed you guys off. First of all, we know how Thursday nights are. We talked to Sean Elliott before that, and he's like, man, here we go again. NFL preaching player safety, making us play 3 days later, so on and so forth. But from just a kind of like a revenge standpoint, I know every game you want to win, but yeah, I know you guys really want to win this one because of what happened a couple weeks back.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like we said earlier, dude, any AFC road north, win is a huge one because it just sets the tone. And dude, we need to every game. Every game. That's our mindset. Go 1-0, win the game. I mean, I saw the trailer. Everyone wants to go 1-0. It's so hard to win a game in the NFL. Let alone look ahead and, start thinking about where we could be, or what if this happens. It's just, if you start looking ahead, you're going to get your ass beat. We got to beat the Browns because they're good, dude. Like every team's so good. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think AFC North, we probably said it a million times, you can throw the records out. It doesn't, it's people are playing and let's just say this when they play you guys because it is. What would a home game mean for you guys in the playoffs?
Oh, dude, home game would be electric. I feel like the city would be burning down. Like we need to win it. We need to win it because it would bringing a home game here to Pittsburgh. We got to make it happen. It would be electric, dude. The city would burn down.
How many of your friends do you think that I mean, I'm sure everyone probably calls you for tickets just because you're a local guy, but I'm sure that playoffs are a little bit more, you got to pick and choose. That's close friends and family.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we only get a certain amount, and we still have to pay for the tickets. Some of we get 2 comp tickets, and then you got to pay for the rest. So. Majority of the people know and understand that, and I only get so many anyway, so my family ends up buying them. They end up taking up the ones that we have to buy. So you can't even get your hands on tickets, dude. They're all selling out anyway. These people are eating well right now in Pittsburgh.
Sure. Does your family travel? Do they go close games like Cleveland, Baltimore? Or are they going to go to Philly, things like that?
No, not so much. I mean, my brothers they came to the Kansas City playoff game. I think they've come to every playoff game, and then they'll go to. I have family in Denver. My brother went to Vegas. They'll go pick and choose games. The games that people like traveling to. Vegas, Denver. Yeah,
not Cleveland.
Yeah, not Cleveland or Cincy. No, or Baltimore.
Fair.
But yeah, that's it.
Enemy territory. That's enemy territory. And yeah, I guess you could have a little more fun in Vegas than Cleveland. I think that's fair. That's
yeah.
Even though not a bad casino in Cleveland, I've been there a few times. Right next to the basketball arena and
Yeah,
the
we went to
football
the
stadium.
Cavs home opener the one year.
Yeah, man,
remember?
the casino's right there next to it, and when you're in Cleveland, you're bored, so it's easy to go to the casino. I'll put it that way.
That'd be dangerous. That'd be dangerous.
So before we get you out of here, obviously every expectation for the Steelers is high. The standard is the standard. That's the motto. But where you guys are sitting right now at 9-3, I don't want to say I know you know what you guys are capable of, but it just seems like this team is really destined to make a run. Is that kind of what you guys are feeling right now? Obviously taking it one game at a time, but I know the optimism in Steeler Nation right now is at an all-time high. With the offense rolling, defense, firing on all cylinders. Just kind of talk about where the morale is for you guys right now overall.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say the morale's high, bro. We're just I feel like you can't look ahead at week by week. You just got to play this week, and that's kind of how we looked at it. And no one's really talked about division, playoffs, anything. We just head
Super Bowl.
down. Yeah, that's our goal is the Super Bowl. We talk about winning a Super Bowl. No one's talking about the next game. We got one goal in mind, and that's winning the Super Bowl. That's it. So that's kind of been the mindset. That's been the message. No one really. That's it. We're in it to win the Super Bowl, and I feel like that's how all other 31 other teams, are in it, the Super Bowl. So it's just you can't look. We're not looking ahead. No one's looking ahead. We're just worried about Cleveland. Just worried about getting Cleveland. That's it. Honestly, it's just another week, bro. You get into the season, and now we're in week. What are we? What week is this? 9-3, week 13, week 14. By it's week 14, 15, whatever it is. It kind of gets monotonous in the week. Your weeks are the same, and with a little Thursday schedule wrinkle, you get back to playing on Sunday, off day, Tuesday, practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hotel Saturday, play Sunday, off Monday, off Tuesday, practice, same schedule. So it just you just got to keep going, keep grinding, and just get through, kind of will yourself to the end. Which team was going to will themselves to the end, and who's the healthiest too comes down a lot of play. Which team's the healthiest, come down to the end stretch is a big part of that too. So we just got to take it week by week, 1 week.
Hey,
by the way, bro, hold on. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did.
What was Mom whipping up?
We Heather cooked some mashed potatoes and stuffing. We all went over.
Happy birthday, Heather, by the way. I thanked him off there, and I said they're going out to eat. They have dinner reservations in an hour or so.
Birthday.
I said, well.
Yeah, thanks. I'll tell her you said she's
Thank you,
Heather. She's at the gym right now. She has my headphones. That's why I'm I feel lost without my headphones. But it was good. It was a good Thanksgiving. We ate a lot. Everyone ate a lot. Stuff, bro.
Is there a random dish that I was just gonna say, I always had pierogies in my Pittsburgh Thanksgiving.
Wow.
There's always something random at mine. Sometimes my family would even bring lasagna because the Italian vibe. It wasn't always just turkey.
You like the cranberry sauce?
No, I'm not a big cranberry.
Cornbread?
I like cornbread. I'd eat anything. I'd honestly eat anything. Yeah, I would try anything and eat anything, but I'd say my aunt makes this pretzel jello salad. She didn't come. We did different. Yeah, it's pretty fire.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Najee said?
Najee, dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
hilarious. He said, "Jill,
fire ass banana shit." Jill, or something like that.
My God, Pat's girlfriend Jill. That is so funny. We were dying about that. We were dying about that.
That's great. Well, hey, man. As always, we really appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy. Glad you had a good holidays, and let's get a win.
Enjoy Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it tonight. We'll see. We might be watching.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Stay off Twitter. No spoilers.
No Twitter. No Twitter.
Smart.
All right,
always
man.
Smart.
All
right, brother. See you, man.
Have a good one.
Thanks, Jay. See ya.
See ya. I'm going to be watching Hard Knocks. I know you'll be bedtime, but I'll hit some Twitter videos and whatnot for you to see the next morning. But it's going to be exciting. I'll be bundled up in my pajamas in this 60-degree Florida weather with some soup, watching Hard Knocks tonight and flying the wall for Coach T and Christian Kuntz and Danny Smith. And I've been waiting for something like this for a long time. You know, we get to live it at training camp. We get to talk to these players. That's cool. We definitely are blessed by those opportunities. Many don't have, but to be in the building essentially, virtually, in this fashion, it's going to be so cool. It's not something people get to do.
Yeah, and I think it's great from a fan perspective, but like I understand, like, you know, Christian alluded to, is that, you know, the Mike Tomlin don't care about this. Where he's there for one thing and one thing only, to play football, win football games specifically. But it's really cool to see that side of it. I really enjoyed like watching wide receiver and quarterback, so I'm going to be more intrigued to check out. You know, a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah. It's great. I love doing these podcasts with you. It never gets old. We're going to be cranking out holiday season. We're busy, but we promise to bring you episodes, and thank you guys wherever you guys are listening to us.
1,000 retweets, and I'll share my HBO Max password to somebody that doesn't have it to watch Hard Knocks. 1,000.
Oh, there you go. Sammy and Nelly, you got to clip that. Hey, as always, stay crazy, stay safe, and we'll see you guys soon. JY, Mic'd Up Sports One, another great episode of Players Only on the one and only, the Sick Podcast, Steeler Crazy. Let's make it 10. Take it away.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Steelers Crazy on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.